the moment we've been waiting for a long time. The return of the Champion Series at a circuit that's provided what I think is the best ever race in Formula One I've ever witnessed. Budapest in Hungary, a tight circuit as well. 4.381 kilometers, 2 DRS zones and beautiful sunny conditions meters. Welcome to the Champion Series. Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box for the Champion Series of Season 3. I'm Joshua Birch. Joining me throughout the race as well, acting as pit reporter, will be Carter Lundy. Megan Birch will join us as well for the race commentary later on. But you've got myself and Carter for the first half of the broadcast as well. It's here. I can't believe it. Can you? PlayStation 5 is here. And don't even think I'm joking you. To prove, look at this. PlayStation 5 controller, all ready to go, all willing to go as well. And what a track to kick off. The Hungaroring in Budapest starts the third season of the Champion Series. And let's take a look then quickly as well at what this amazing calendar looks like. Hello, I'm up here in the top corner. And look, we start here at the Hungarian Grand Prix here on the 1st of August, a brand new month to start everything off with. Further down as well next weekend, we're back at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. On the 15th of August, we have the Spanish Grand Prix in Austria. That's then followed by the Spanish Grand Prix in Austria, the Spanish Grand Prix on the 15th of August, and it's Austria on the 22nd. The three races I will be missing this year, Belgium, Holland and Italy. Your lead commentator for that will be Carter Lundy. They're on the 29th, the 5th and the 12th. And I also think I'm missing Brazil as well, actually. I don't think I am missing Belgium. I think I'm missing Brazil. I can't quite remember which ones. But Carter will be a commentator for that one as well. And going down on there as well, we see Russia, then Singapore, Japan on the 10th of the 10th. And we all round out in the United States in Austin, Texas, for the 17th of October as well. And also subscribe for your chance to win a PlayStation 5 Pulse 3D headset. That's a new prize that you can get up and win this season as well. And you can subscribe to the Twitch channel as well. You can follow us on the Discord at BBB Esports, on Instagram at BBB_esports as well, and BBB Esports on the YouTube channel, and of course here on Twitch as well. And you can see already the group chat getting lively as well, saying as well hello as well to Blue Lion, as well to IFF Colsan as well, NSX on scene, come on the NSX lads as well, let's go IFR, NSX champions in there all as well, Bumbas, Axel B E is GOAT as well, and it look at Discord, some settings wrong in the lobby. Good evening. I think they are. You try and work out this new lobby. Apparently I'm being told that something is actually wrong, that I've got to change up to as well. Waiting for two more drivers to join in, now just one. Corner cutting and time of the race. How do I change those, I wonder, as well? Oh wait, yes, hang on, yes, I do remember now. Yes, it's so different as well as I take a look at the track select. That's all right at Hungary. Rules and flags, simulation settings, weather and time of day. My apologies, actually. The weather needs to be set to random. The start time must be set to official. There we go. And the weather is set to the correct one as well. And I think the corner cutting as well. I think that should be on rules and flags. Corner cutting is on, is it strict? Do we need it on strict? It's all confusing, isn't it? New game, new minerals, everything going ready. ABS allowed, yes. Look who is here. Hello as well to Ricardo as well, all going out there. And hopefully everybody, you're going to enjoy this just as well as I am. Now, Carter Lundy will be joining me as pit reporter throughout this race as well, due to him having a few issues with his F1 2021 game. He has an update, unfortunately, wrong time as well. And that's why Megan Birch will be filling in as co-commentator with Carter down there as well, providing the driver analysis. Weather dynamic, corner cutting to strict. Yep, absolutely. Done and dusted. So hopefully that should be okay. So let everybody know that should be okay. Should we take a look at the lobby, actually? Look, ready, steady, you ready with me? Voila! Look at that beauty. A new sleek design for the lobby this year as well. And it's looking good. Nice music as well in the background, actually. I'm enjoying that. Let's listen, actually. Got some punch to it as well. So here's our drivers look. Aston Martin, a new team this year, as is Alpine. All going to be changing over as well. We've got... as well, again in the Discord channel as well for more information. And get on that YouTube and follow all the socials as well. Arjun is our new social media manager for this year, so get in touch and really come and have some fun with us, because this crazy year is going to be absolutely fantastic. And actually as well, must also remind everyone asking me as well, why is your mic shield orange? Why is it orange? Well, it's to support the marshals. That's a crucial thing as well. After a marshal was tragically killed yesterday at Brands Hatch. So orange for the marshals today. Are you ready? Are you steady? Because ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got a whole new graphics format coming for you here today. A whole new onboard as well. Are you ready to see it? So am I. It's time for qualifying here in Hungary. And there it is. A whole new graphics format to get used to in F1 2021. It's time to kick 'em up and go, because for the third season of the third season of the BBB Esports, we are go. And who's going to be the first one out onto the track? Now, I hope I remember how I can steer this mighty ship as well of the BBB Esports. And what is going to happen next? Who's going to be out there as well? Joining me in radio commentary, hopefully watching the stream as well, is Carter Lundy. Hello to you, Carter. Can you hear me? How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good today. How are you?
I'm very good. Did you enjoy the race? The F1 earlier on today?
Yeah, I think everybody enjoyed that race. Yeah, I mean, best race of the year so far.
Oh, completely agree with you as well. And Carter, coming in then, you spent a hell of a lot more time on F1 2021 than I have so far, bearing part that I have to change my wheel to actually get ready for it. So can I ask you, please, as well, what's been your opinion of the new game? I've noticed people saying bugs are a big issue.
That's definitely something that is occurring. I think the cars this year, Codemasters definitely misjudged them a bit. They're quite a lot faster than last year's game, which is not what should be happening based off of the performance in real life. The handling model did improve a little bit. You can get on the throttle a bit earlier, and I think wheel-to-wheel racing is quite a bit better, but at the same time, they're just a little bit too fast. And there is a lot of bugs occurring, just people lagging out a lot and some glitches with the cars. It's just really too many to count.
I know you're watching on the actual stream at the moment because your game has had an untimely update. Codemaster's really not working with us there. But what did you think of the new seamless design of it? Because I'm noticing it sort of have the same feeling that F1 2015 did when we first came on a new console. Everything looks shiny out there. Everything feels new. It feels a lot smoother as well to witness. And I'm enjoying the realistic graphics. It brings a whole new depth of feel to it.
Definitely. I think the graphics this game have improved definitely a lot. And they did improve in some aspects of the tracks. For example, in Suzuka, they added the white exit curbs, which are in real life, but there's a lack of them in this game. So definitely graphically, the game looks really great this year. And if they can make everything else as good as the graphics, then it'd be their best game in a long time.
Oh, completely agree with you as well. And hopefully as well, it coming up shortly, we will have the first audio uplap as we take a look around this track as well. Everything looking a bit different this year to get ready, and even the fact that even the red flag symbol's still in the same place actually. But yeah, we'll have an audio up throughout this session. This is Up the Hill, and now we're watching at Turn 4 with NLRC Mika 66. They're in the Red Bull this year, just going around as well. Axel still in the pit lane. Warwick's Vision still up there as well, watching on. challenging as well. Axel Linio in the Ferrari coming up with Linus as well. Vaishang on the lap time as well. This will be the first one I think we get completed. You can see the driver tracker has also been improved this year as well. And there, actually, fastest lap goes to Mr. Pop XL, a 1:13.639. I do love it, the first day of a new season. You get to play with all the new graphics, all the new toys that come available to you, like that yellow in the second sector. I'm enjoying it. And honestly, I've been waiting since this game's come out.
Sorry to interrupt. You must have saw there,
yes.
Mika just had massive traffic.
Yeah,
he's through the final corner.
He's done now a 1:13. Yeah.
Definitely disrupted the air in front of him. And one thing to note, coming through turn 11, you saw from Mika's onboard, there is a track limits glitch on the exit of turn 11. You can run completely out wide. You don't have to stay within the track limits, and it won't give you a penalty.
So that could be coming crucial during the race. Yellow sectors 2 and 3 at the moment, as we're on board now with a TRT Lynx at the moment. So Carter, are they going to be exploiting that in the race as well to get an extra? Because turn 11 and turn 12, quite crucial corners because they're flat out normally.
Yeah, in the race, definitely the cars have a lot more fuel in the tank, meaning they're heavier, meaning they don't turn into the corners as easily, especially through the fast corners. You have to go quite a bit slower, as, you know what, Lynx just ran wide through turn 4. I'm surprised he didn't invalidate his lap time. But yeah, of course, we are in the early stages of the game, so race pace might be quite different between everybody because, of course, not many people have done a race, so it's going to be just feeling out the cars on high fuel.
I hope there, by the way, that everyone can now hear the cars as well. They're a lot quieter than they were on F1 in 2020, so we're still having to play around a bit with the settings. One more with Lynx then, as you say. A lot of track limits glitches we're seeing around this track. He's going to come across the line now. Love the new onboard as well. Shows you the new heads-up display as he goes up into P6 at 1:14.150. 39% of VRS left. He's full throttle as well. It's miles per hour at the moment, so we can't switch over just yet, but it's nice to see. He's out there on the soft tyres as well. And Carter, compared to last year as well, looks like the heads-up display more integrated into the stream. It looks more or less okay. How have you been finding it, being in the centre? Because it can change your driver's eye line.
Yeah, obviously for the drivers, it's in the middle of this game. Of course, you can customize it. You can move it around to wherever you like. Personally, I move the display to the bottom right, like last game, just because I like seeing my steering wheel and my steering wheel in real life, just to know, you know, how much I'm turning. But it's mostly just personal preference, and it doesn't make a huge difference. What's happened to Jensen? He's crashed.
Yeah, Jensen's out.
On the exit of turn 3.
Yeah, Jensen's retired. So that's 3 with...
That's coming up the hill to turn 4. The McLaren and Alpine go through. Yeah, and he's out of the session.
That's 3 retirements already. Jensen, Mal, Mika, and Axel Linio all retired from this session so far. Let's ride with Axel as he crosses the line, gets a nice exit speed, and stays P9.
That familiar?
Yeah. So go on, say that again.
3 drivers out already.
Yeah, unbelievable. Is that due to the difference of new game? Many of them haven't raced yet.
I mean, I think a lot of drivers have been putting in the hours trying to get up to speed with the new cars. It'll take time, and there is a performance patch coming soon, which will slow down the cars, so...
Oh, big one! Into the wall! Out of the session! We saw it! Cucumber! Exit turn 11 and 12! Got a massive tank slapper like we saw with Mick Schumacher yesterday in practice 3, and hits the wall big time! Rips off the front suspension. You can see how realistic the damage is this year, that the wheels actually come up on board the car. He's dropped out, so that makes it 4 retirements in this session. We'll wait for you to catch up and see it, Carter. Did you see any of it yet?
Yeah, I'm only about 1 second behind. So,
oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that was a big impact. It looked like he had a massive snap. The rear end it's very easy to lose the rear end through there, especially if you turn in a little bit too late. And then he caught it, but it was just too late, and he was already in the barriers.
So they're struggling already as we see the Williams coming across the line with Jake Marsh. Across it now, goes up into 8th place, 1:14.362. So Jake Marsh doing a George Russell and getting up there and being hopefully a lot quicker. Bear with us throughout this stream as well. It's our first one on F1 2021, so bound to be things we can change going forward. And as we get the other leagues sorted as well. But it's good, nice to have the Champion Series back as well. And looking at the group chat as well, I was going to say, it says not Pollock, the track limits issues as well out there.
And speaking of track limits, Jake Marsh, he's just lost his lap time.
Yep, red's all around the track now for him, so that's his lap time gone. He's better may as well save his ERS and recharge. I don't think he knows yet, actually, because he's still attacking this track. Maybe he wants to go back to the pit lane, not too sure. Wonderful camera angle, that one there, as we jump off board. Looks a lot more flowing, I'm liking it. And he's way off the exit there. Yeah, but this is going to take some time to get used to. We've been having PlayStation 4 races, and now it looks too much like real life on the PlayStation 5. So it's taking my eyes to get a bit of adjustment there. Hopefully it's as good on the stream as it is as well. A new fresh feel and graphics to suit as well. And yes, Jake Marsh does come into the pit lane. And let's have a look at Connor, NSX Connor, who was second in the title last year. It was Montana who took it after France. Correct me if I'm wrong, was there? It was Carter, wasn't it? It was Montana ahead.
It was. Yeah. I was just about to ask the champion last year. I forgot it was so close between the two. They're down in 17th and 17th and 20th right now. Both yet to set a lap time. But that's usual, isn't it? They always wait till the last minute to go out.
Yeah, they were demon at last qualifiers, let everybody else out first and let them set the benchmarkers. As in Vaishak. No, Linus now goes top for TGGG. So 1:13.245. A lot of cars struggling with oversteer, I've noticed today as well. So this game punishes the oversteer more if you take the curbs. I think actually, Carter, you mentioned to me actually in one of our discussions when the game came out, maybe in the Discord server as well, that if you touch the curbs on this game, they tend to launch you more than before.
Definitely, in some ways, the curbs can be a little bit more realistic in the sense that last game you had to abuse every curb and just exploit everywhere. You can see Montana using that track limits glitch to turn 11. They are definitely a bit more punishing, but at the same time, the car handling model is quite weird. You kind of have to slide the car to be quick, and you have to use the curbs to do so, but half the time you can spin out, half the time you'll get it right. But to be fast, you really have to send it on every lap. Montana, 7th fastest on the mediums.
1:14.054. That's a decent time on those mediums. And of course, you can choose to start the race on these tyres as well. Oh, yellows in this second sector as well. Looks like one of the Ferraris going through. It can't be. It's
Ferrari.
Yeah. So who's left? Linus, I think.
Linus.
Yeah. As we join with him now, looking very slow.
I don't think
actually.
he had an off. I think he was. Or has he lost some front wing? I'm not sure.
We're off board now. Can't quite tell. Well, I would love if we could go 360.
No, I think he was just slowing down to let some cars through, which gave the game a yellow flag. Yano, he's retired.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure where on track that is, but he won't be improving.
Can't tell either on the circuit, but yeah, Yano is out of it then. Let's have a look at... Oh, no, Black Box into the pit lane in the Aston Martin as well, so... He's decided to come in and almost lose it in the pit lane. I don't think, yeah, it was safe control until the pit lane line, so...
Very, very sorry to interrupt. Sebastian Vettel has been disqualified.
My goodness me! So that is massively, massively shocking. Sebastian Vettel has been disqualified from the Hungarian Grand Prix, losing his second place. The stewards were unable to take the required amount of fuel sampling, so that is just not fair. Unbelievable. So that promotes Lewis Hamilton to second, which means that he leads the title now by 9 points. And who does that put onto the podium? Carlos Sainz.
It does. Hard to call it a podium, but definitely getting the points that they would have liked, and that just makes it even a bit more painful for Alonso, because if he could have got through on Sainz, he would have got P3.
That's more points also for Nicholas Latifi, and more points for Fernando Alonso finishing in 4th. So that shuffs everybody up, and we've got to wait for George Russell as well. Now, Carter, quickly as well. They struggled with George Russell's car to get the fuel, so is he facing disqualification as well?
He just might be. Oh, that would be quite
heartbreaking.
Can't really put that into words. If he lost those points, that's yeah, let's hope he doesn't. But
following this race here, as Dennis loses his lap time, following this race here on Twitch as well, I will be on at 11 o'clock on my YouTube channel as well, where we analyse this race, and we delayed it until 11 o'clock in order to have the final classification. Now we will have it, hopefully by then. So join us for that one as well. Please, I want everybody's opinion on this Twitch chat. I want everyone in this Twitch chat moving over to the YouTube channel later, and I want to have a go as off again. Big spin for Dennis, and he hits the rear wing. Oh, he doesn't lose the rear wing. That was so close.
And you know what? With this year's damage model, he might just have picked up some damage there. Just to confirm, we are on full damage, right?
No, I think we're on simulation damage. I'm not sure if we're on strict yet. I think that's coming next week. Yeah, it's next week. I think we've got full damage. This week, nearly lost in the pit lane, didn't he? Yeah, it's next week we've got full damage on. This week I think it's on simulation while everyone gets used to the new games. I think next week when we go over to Silverstone, everything is switched up.
Only 2 cars out on the track right now. It's an Alfa Romeo and a McLaren who's just coming through turn 11. I'm not sure if he's on a hot lap, but let's jump to him to see.
We're on it now, young Tommy.
And he is on a hot lap.
Talk us through it.
And he's in 14th place right now. He'll be looking to improve. He gets the car rotated out of 13. He comes into the pit lane.
That's a surprise.
He doesn't have time to go again, but 2 minutes left in the session. Basically, everybody's in the pit lane except for the Alfa Romeo, which is Connor. He's on an outlap on the medium compound tire. We should start to see everybody coming out of the pit lane now to set their final lap of the session and go for pole position. Speaking of one car on track, wasn't that an interesting start today with Lewis Hamilton?
Oh my goodness me, with that start as well. I never in my life have I seen one car take the start, and I never want to see it again. It's funny, but we had what, 6 cars in America 05 at Indianapolis, and now we had 1 car in Hungary 2021. I was so happy I could commentate on that one, as Jake Marsh is retired as well, as is Linus. Big twitch for Connor, yeah.
Has a big moment coming through turn 3. He touched that white curb on the inside. You don't want to touch that curb. It's very easy to unsettle the car. And has he backed off?
Yes. So everyone now going out on the track.
It appears he has the fuel and battery to go again. It will take a bit of life out of his tires. There's yellows in sector 2, but that's cleared up right away.
It's now moving around the track as well, so
let's I think everybody's just about on their out lap. I don't think anybody's really on a hot lap right now, but let's jump to somebody on a hot lap and take the Twitch chat through a lap.
So who's coming to the line? It's Mika to the line. Mika's on a lap time then. Down towards turn 1, full speed. I'll wait until Carter takes it. Into turn 1.
Coming into turn 1, braking just past the 100-meter board, carrying about 60 miles an hour on the apex, opening up the DRS, staying tight to the right to minimize the distance, braking just about 80 meters into the corner, throw it in, stay tight to the left to open up the throttle. You can get on the throttle really early because the track is downhill. Falls away from you quite a lot. Coming up to turn 4, using 6th gear. He runs a little bit wide, but he does keep it within the track limits, touching that curb on the inside. Again, running it out to the edge, braking into the chicane. These curbs are so heavy, and they can unsettle the car just so much. Comes through turn 8, a very fast section of the track. It's going to be flat out through here. Once again, let's see if he can keep it through turn 11. He runs out wide, but he will keep the lap because of that track limit glitch. Braking into turn 12, clipping the curb on the inside, running out to the left-hand side of the track just to maximize the power. and he gets the car rotated quite nicely through the penultimate corner. Now he comes through the final corner. He turns in a little bit too late, but that's going to allow him to get on the throttle early.
Oh.
And can Mika put his car on pole?
No.
No, he goes third fastest.
That is disappointing. It was such a strong lap time as well. As more cars coming to the line. I think Montana has another track limit abuse there. To the line, Connor goes into P12. Montana using all the track limits as well. Axel goes up into 10th place. Young Tommy down to 16th place as well. As I'm trying to take a look at Vaishang. Oh, there's Vaishang, wingless.
Oh,
moments before the track. That's going to bring on the yellows. And Mr. Pop takes pole. Mr. Pop on pole.
That's very interesting, but I want to jump back to NSX Montana because he is the man to watch. He's down in 8th place, but he's one of the fastest drivers on this grid. He's braking through turn 13, short shifting to 4th just to get the power down. You don't want to lose the rear end. He throws it into the final corner using all of the track available on the exit. DRS wide open, he comes to the line, and he is on pole.
And that is NSX proving that last year wasn't a fluke. They are back on top. A 1:12.869. Mr. Pop XL goes to second. Linus third. Vaishang fourth. Mika is in fifth. Mika's still on the time. Coming to the line now and stays in 5th place. So it doesn't improve.
It's a mega lap there for Montana. A 1:12. And he's clear by 3/10 of anybody else.
That is a brilliant lap time.
Great start to the season for him.
Once again, we have that lap time, and the control's taken away from me while I try. It is NSX Montana, basically starting where he left off, leader of the pack. So there you go then, Montana starts on pole position, Mr. Pop XL is second for Alpine, Linus starts third, the Season 1 champion, Vaishang fourth, Mika is fifth, Rick Gambe is in 6th, down there as well, 7th for Yano, Black Box is 8th, Lynx 9th, and Warwick's Vision takes 10th, Dennis is 11th, Axel 12th, Jake Marsh is 13th on the board as well. Going down the order, if I can work out how to move the order down. I can't, sorry. Desperately trying to. There we go. 14th is Connor. Epic is in 15th. 16th for Tomo. Jensen, Mika, and Cucumber and Axel round out the grid as well. That was incredibly well timed. I was expecting... I couldn't get it off the actual result then. I was getting ready for the formation lap.
If this morning's race was anything of what we're going to get over the next 45 minutes, then I think we have a great race ahead of us.
Oh, absolutely. We do have a formation lap as well, remember. So that will take part as well. The drivers get to warm their tyres. And let's take a look there. The track limits are very bad in the middle sector and final sector on this game. Says, yeah, absolutely agree with you there. And I think you can exploit track limits a few places in Hungary, sadly, even on strict. And that is what's really a problem on this circuit, as we're 26 seconds away from the start of the formation lap. Reminder, on pole position is Montana. Mr. Pop XL is alongside there as well, closing up for this race start as well. Carter, who's your pick for race winner?
Well, you know me. The last couple of times I've said something that I shouldn't.
Indeed.
I don't want to put the pressure on Montana, but it's looking good for him so far.
Alongside me in the actual commentary box now, joining myself and Carter, is Megan Birch. Megan, Hungary race earlier on today was absolutely fantastic. 35 laps ahead of us today. What do you expect is going to happen today for this race?
Let's hope it's dramatic, like the actual race today, because that's still changing position.
Absolutely. Talk us through the pit stop strategy.
So a one stop from the softs is going to be lap 8 to 9 on the hards, and it was gone too quick for me to see V2 stop, and I see that's just very common nowadays for it to happen.
Absolutely as well, and running on the track as well will open up all the telemetry data you need to see as well, the tyre strategies. Carter, you're seeing the same pictures we are. Now, luckily, could you talk us through the starting tyres, please, of the 20 drivers?
So this game, there tends to be higher tire wear, meaning Of course, the tires don't last as long, so I would expect, just like last game, it to be a soft to hards, and the drivers in the back of the grid, all outside of the top 10 on the mediums and the hard compound tires, will definitely stretch out their stint and try and strap on the softs towards the end, and the guys on the mediums. Actually, that's very interesting, because I don't think the mediums will make it long enough to go to the soft, so I think it will be a medium hard, and then the drivers on the hards will go hard to soft, and then the drivers in the top 10 will go soft to hard.
Seems to have a very interesting feature. As Megan Birch joins me from the commentary box quickly, monitors down there.
Ooh, there's a collision.
Oh, there is on the floor. Oh, and Vision and Dennis have been swapped back. So Vision and Dennis now sent back to the grid for contact. That's even worse what's happened. Look, there they are on the grid. So an immediate slap on the wrist there, naughty boy moment. As Megan, tip for winner today. Montana looking quite quick.
I'm going to do that random thing I do with all this like random picking thing, because that seems to occasionally work.
Quickly point you.
Mainly for crashing.
Quickly point as the cars line up on the grid. Oh, she's picked Montana to crash. That could be an interesting one.
Let's hope not to crash. I was thinking for win that time. Let's hope he doesn't crash. Montana, please don't.
Here come the lights. The BBB Esports Champion Series 3 gets underway now. Lights out, away we go. Good start for the front row once again. Mr. Popple XL trying to go to the inside. Montana holds the outside. Now, are they all going to get through turn 1 safely? Hold your breath. Count to 10. There's a little contact. McLaren spinning in the middle of the pack. That is Weishang down from 4th already. And young Tommy as well down to 20th. Yellow first sector already. A clean start from the front, which has put Linus up to 2nd. Popple, Mr. Pop XL is down to 3rd. Still yellows on the track, that's why! Big contact further back in the pack as well. And that's surely going to bring out the Virtual. Virtual's out as well. Virtual's out. It involved young Tommy. Carter.
And you know what? In this game, there is a new feature where a virtual safety car can get upgraded to a full safety car if there's too much debris on the track. So we're going to have to wait a couple of seconds and see, but I think every time I've had a virtual safety car, it's been worked up to a full safety car.
Damage with a Mercedes missing there. That's epic. Missing a front wing. Not a very clean start further back, and you were pointing at the screen, Megan, to the yellows.
Flashbacks from earlier.
That was a messy start through turn 1, and once again, a McLaren involved as well. It was Weishang dropping further back.
Was it at the same corner?
Yeah, turn 1. Turn 1, the problem again.
Yeah, I think they may need to like extend turn 1 in like both game and real life, because obviously it's hell.
Lynx pits in the Alpine. Lynx coming down pit road under the virtual safety car. Can't see if he's got front wing damage yet. And what are the team going to be choosing for him at the stop? It's a new front wing indeed. And there's your predicted pit stop strategy for the hards and the mediums.
Okay, 2 stops. Soft to medium, 6 to 9, and damn it!
20 to 28 for another set of the mediums. I saw that, don't worry. Several cars in as well now as well. Axel comes in, all 4 changes as well. New wing going on. Same as Epic gets released from the back. Now, is he going to get out ahead of Axel? No, Axel gets out ahead of everybody as well. And the Alfa Romeo of NSX, Connor Carter. Connor was involved in that crash up at turn 4. And that has put him right to the back as we go green again.
Yeah, and I've just lost my words. I apologize.
It's okay.
It slipped my mind.
Yeah, so Connor right at the back of the field then. So, and off the track again. Mr. Pop XL goes off. Mika coming up there in the LLRC, coming up there as well. Keep an eye out further back as well on that little crazy battle. Over 3rd place as well at the moment. Keep an eye on the driver track as well. It's looking quite quick. Can Mika get an unlikely podium? I mean, he took victory in Bahrain all those weeks ago.
Fastest lap goes to Montana with a 1:21.679,
wasn't it?
679. Yeah, I thought I saw a 7 in there.
Yeah, 679. So that's going to drop down a couple of positions as well. And you can see as well the timing graphics is showing the interval between the 2 cars as well. So basically, who's going to go where? Yellow.
Vision.
Cucumber's down. What's happened to Cucumber? He's off. Look at the debris on the tyres. Oh, big slap of oversteer as well from this.
Suspension.
Could be puncture. What do you reckon,
That's
Kat?
gonna allow Make to go through and Tommy. So actually Tommy has to back off, but disaster for Cucumber.
This is not good news at all from a driver who was quite high up the running order in the second season. We're on board with him now through the 6-7 chicane. These curves absolutely lethal as he nearly drops in at the back as well. 3 of 35. Not a long race at all, this one. And hopefully, unlike the Formula 1 this morning, it won't take us 50 minutes to get to lap 5. Mika spun out right in front of us down at turn 12. Mika with a big tank slapper in the Williams as well. Never seen that. Is that a factor again of this rear downforce has been decreased on this game compared to the last one?
I'll tell you what, I always wanted to see when on board the driver go off. Now I have.
There you go, tick it off the bucket list. Carter, downforce changing on this game as well. Have you had accidents like that where you're turning and just lose the car in the corner? Axel's off!
It's an AlphaTauri.
Axel,
lost his front wing.
Safety car, virtual safety car, again.
Seems to be dramatic.
And that AlphaTauri is not in good shape.
No, he's going to box it, change over.
Oh, no front wing.
Yeah, so this is not a good one at all. Too much curb as well, says sorry, is that LDY Lano 96? Too much curbing out there as well. So a virtual safety car once again here at the Hungaro ring to keep switching up positions. Montana leads this race. Linus is second. Alfa Romeo leading from Ferrari. And yes, Megan, just quickly, your reaction to Vettel getting disqualified while we're under this VSC from the Hungarian Grand Prix today?
Sad because he got a second podium and it's just, It's
But-
like happiness due to the fact that Alonso's, got up a little bit more into fourth, obviously. Though also kind of annoying because I literally half an hour ago I completed my notes.
And Montana pits, as does Linus. And are we going to get a situation where everyone's going to dive down pit road? No. Mr. Pop XL will take the lead of the race here as well. As the Mika takes the second, race underway, and a drive-through penalty for Slippery Cucumber, speeding under the virtual safety car as we head back to green, and the cars in the pit lane are completely caught out. Montana goes to mediums, Linus medium, everybody on the mediums as they come out there. Haas coming out there as well. So medium tyres, the changeover the tyres, it seems. And were you expecting pit stops that early, Carter?
I definitely wasn't, but back on that spin from Make as he was coming through turn 11, and he had a big snap of oversteer, and he spun the car around 180 degrees. I do find that quite unusual because with the balance of the cars in these games, it's more understeery rather than oversteery. So typically you'll be running wide rather than turning in too much and losing the rear, but he's still in the race.
Who's this one? Oh no!
Yellow
It's Vision again!
52.
It's Vision!
Well, Vision's not having a very good day.
And that's in the Mercedes! He's lost it again! Rear tyres look to be...
no.
Oh, this is dangerous. Yeah,
Vision's tyres are done.
yeah, go into the middle part of the
That
track.
happened to us last time we did that.
The Challenge Series, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help we also ran out of fuel.
We ran out of fuel and our rear tyres were dead at 13%. And look at this, he's struggling to control it. I wonder if he's got rear damage that we can't see. He's fighting that. Carter, does that look like tyres or suspension damage?
I don't think he touched anything, so it would be the tires overheating. Oh, yeah, he's just snapping it everywhere.
4 laps old and he's snapping. He's lost it again at 13.
It's actually quite amusing.
And if he's not careful, there's no ghosting. There's no ghosting. These guys have got to avoid him.
Ooh,
Oh, that's so
that
close.
was very close.
And that was Epic and Connor going through. And, yeah, Vision now going to go into the pits and get some new tyres.
It's like you can just see when Vision's just gonna turn. It's very amusing.
Mika
Nearly spins
leads.
in the pit lane.
He does, doesn't he? Mika, oh, and he's out. Vision's out. Vision's retired from the race.
Yellow 63.
So that is for Vision in the pit lane. So yeah, damage obviously not good enough unless it's a rage quit. So it's an NLRC 1-2. Mika leads ahead of Yano as well. What's happened to Mr. Popper? Yeah, he's pitted. Mr. Pop XL is pitted. So Mika leads from Yano, and I introduced them to the league. I interviewed them on their first day. and I missed their first win. Carter, you had the luxury of commentating on that one. Hopefully I'll get the luxury of commentating on the race win today for a 1-2. I hear it was a cracker in the last race. As Weishang looks to the inside, can't get through. Yes, Carter, I hear Bahrain last year was an absolute cracker.
It definitely was. Obviously, we've talked plenty on that. NSX Connor putting on a show in the last lap there, making up 3 positions in just about 4 corners. Take P5 on the last lap. Hope we see more battles like that on this game. And I think definitely with the handling model of these cars, being able to follow closely without dirty air, there's definitely going to be a lot more close battling.
I do like how, and look, race control, Weishang, a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, the first one of the game, and so does Slippery Cucumber gets it as well. I like how this time we're not looking at the bottom of the screen, in case because it's quite often we missed some of the penalties. It's put right at the top in the race control box sector. Love it. Weishang now with a 3-second time penalty, getting held up now by Yano. That Red Bull on 6-lap odd softs. I wonder if they're starting to go a bit destroyed.
It's likely that they're getting a bit destroyed given how quickly Vision's tyres worn out. I think that everyone else is going to have to be worn out soon, especially those on the softs, because obviously they're quite,
Side by side, does Weishang get ahead? They're side by side down towards turn 2. Yano on the inside. Weishang going to try and send it round the outside. They are wheel to wheel. Up the hill towards turn 4. Is he going to try and do an Alonso and Hamilton? Yano defends the inside line. Weishang can't send it round the outside. 6 and 7 might be an opportunity, but we saw turn 12 worked early enough earlier on in the race. That could be an interesting one. Through the Mickey Mouse section as well. It's very much single file through this part, and I've never known a driver to get through as well. Usually ends up in contact, but you can use the exit track limit, so turn 12 could be a factor. Yep, Weishang using that glitch that Carter talked about earlier on. Yano a bit sideways as well. Closer and closer. Getting through the exit.
This battle is shaping up to be what we saw earlier today with Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton.
And Alonso now finishing in P4 might give him a better one. So DRS open now for Weishang down towards turn 1. Yano's going to have to defend the inside line. Weishang tries to dummy him. Yano very low on the brakes as well. That was almost a Bottas and Norris situation happening. And Yano's defending like Alonso is. You're right there, Carter. Putting it right in the middle of the track. If you race these cars as well, where would you try and overtake?
How they say, Monaco without walls. Very difficult to overtake at this track. Turn 1 is just about the best opportunity you're going to get. And then really turn 3 and turn 4 is where the battling will end at this track. Weishang following close behind right now. Yeah, that was a big snap coming through turn 8.
Jake Marsh is out!
75%.
Jake Marsh is out. Sorry to cut across you. Jake Marsh is out. He stopped. Safety car deployed. Look, the front wing is off. Front wing off on Jake Marsh. And wheel off too.
You did say it would turn into a safety car eventually.
And it's done it. Safety car deployed. Now this changes the complexion of the race once again. Jake Marsh hit the wall, and it does lead to what I thought it would do with Mika pitting. Will Yano pit? Oh, Carter, they're going to do a double stack at Red Bull. That's risky on this game. Oh, did you hear the crowd?
I'm not very sure how the Jake Marsh crash. It's a very, very unusual place to go off.
Everyone coming in. Oh, did he get held? That's an unsafe release, surely. My goodness, that was a close one. As Weishang leaves the pit lane, Yano out there too. He got held up and nearly made contact with the McLaren. Coming through. Jensen pits as well for Aston. Slippery Cucumber comes in. Can serve. He's drive through, I think, or his 5-second time penalty had. So is the car going to be touched? No. Oh, a wing change as well for Cucumber. This is Lynx coming out on a set of mediums as well. And of course, the first time we're going to see the new safety car. the new crowd strike liveried Mercedes. The Aston Martin will be added to the game later on, but they've got to model it first, and that'll be coming when hopefully we get to Saudi Arabia as well, when that game will be announced. As Axel decides not to pit, he stays on those 7-Up old tyres. As we're on board now with Jake Jazz. That's how much I've been commentating on the Genie Formulas this weekend. With Dennis of the BNL RE. And there is the new Mercedes safety car. Looks beautiful, actually. Very glistening. Oh, we've got a traffic jam as well, further back. Not nice at all.
I just want to say, despite Vice Chang having a penalty, he's in the best position
Dennis!
in this
Sorry, I'm
race.
going to have to cut across you. Dennis drops it onto the safety car and whacks into the wall. Doesn't damage the wing, but under the safety car, Dennis has hit the wall.
How?
Axelinho takes the lead. That is unbelievable. He dropped it under acceleration. And look at that, he's down into 8th place. Axelinho leads.
Fortunately, I don't think he has any damage, but as I was saying, Vice Chang on the hards is in the best position to win this race, despite him having a penalty. I don't think the mediums are going to be able to go 24 laps. It's going to be a very big stretch.
Yeah, and I want to know how Dennis managed to do that, because just driving along normally, it was basically just follow the leader, and I want to know how.
David Coulthard did it, of course, back in 2003. Michael Schumacher did it under the safety car in 2004. Just warming up the tyres in the rear, let's go. George Russell did it under the safety car in Imola last year, if you remember. Warming the tyres. It's a simple thing.
It confuses me now.
Talking of tyres, Megan, we saw today in the race that Russell could lasted 31 laps on the hards, but of course they're all running now, so mediums lasting around about 25 laps, as Carter says, then they probably can't get to the end of this race. Hards, definitely the tyres to go on, but is anyone going to risk it later on if there's a second safety car? Do you think they'll change over to softs, maybe?
Maybe.
Because it's the same tyre compounds, C4.
A possibility for most of the field is currently on medium, so they're
Safety
all
car.
risking it.
Sorry, safety car probably likely to come in this lap.
Yeah, yes! Oh, bang on, Carter, well done. You've been playing this game too much. Safety car in this lap. Axelinho likes to take the restarts here just a little bit slowly. Let's go on board and look back. The safety car goes away. Axelinho holds up with Montana into P2. Linus is 3rd. Mr. Pop is in 4th. Mika 5th after pitting. No overtaking till the start-finish line. Axelinho's bolted out of the last corner. And we go green once again here at Budapest. And I tell you what, Montana has gone with Axel down towards turn 1. Not going to make a move. Mr. Pop thinks about it on Linus, but a very clean restart from everyone. Oh, big snap of oversteer from Montana. Big one. As Vaishan gets ahead of Dennis, and Dennis goes back ahead of Vaishan. That's the battle to watch at the moment. They're all side by side. Vaishan can't get through. Dennis holding back. The Red Bull. Red Bull hitting with one of them. That's Rick Gambe and Yano having a battle at the top of the hill at turn 4. If we can please follow Mr. Director. There we go. Vaishan trying to go through.
Cucumber passes Tommy.
So Cucumber to 14th with that 3-second penalty, then post-race Carter.
Yeah, I think we have somebody joining the chat for an interview.
Oh, fantastic.
Jake Marsh is about to join for an interview, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely, if we can get him in, let's get him in. And hopefully we can hear from Jake Marsh in a second, who is out of the race and crashed out, and unfortunately we don't know how that happened, and I'd love to hear from him, so Carter's desperately going to try and get hold of him for that, as well as Epic and Cucumber battling together. There's an old train going on here as well midway through this challenge, and it's still close as an exit, and Epic at a bad exit. Cucumber's on him down towards turn 1 as well, goes to the inside, has to switch back as well, late on the brakes. Who's going to get it down towards turn 1? Side by side stuff. Oh, brilliant. Oh, spinner. Yes! That's going to be a safety car. It's Malik. Malik is out of the race. Down into 18th in the Alpine. Wow. That's both the BBB cars out.
That's unfortunate.
And safety car deployed again. So Axel Linnea may as well pit now and put on some new tyres.
So that's 2 safety cars now.
Absolutely. Joining us now is the BBB Jake Marsh. Jake, we're under a safety car once again. I'm sorry to say your teammate's gone out of the race. But I'd love to know what happened to you. You may be muted.
Yeah, Jake Marsh, okay, there we go.
Hello, Jake, can you hear me?
I can.
What happened to you? We saw the safety car, and we saw you had a front wing missing. How did that happen, the exit 6 and 7?
No, it has just started raining, by the way. You might want to mention for the race.
Oh, yes!
In a couple of minutes.
Thank you indeed. Jake Marsh, very much on the ball.
Oh, they're coming into the pit lane.
Yeah, it started raining. Now, that was a chance. So intermediate's now the call, and oh, how wrong as it was again. NSX Connor, the only driver to stay out on the track, and everyone coming down the pit lane as Connor rockets to the lead. Now everybody once again on the intermediate tyres. Oh, it's 7 hours ago, all over again. Cars being held in the pit lane left and right.
So one driver stays out, getting flashbacks.
Oh, and it's lights out on the start line as well. So everybody now changing out of this safety car. Perfect time to do so. NSX Connor, who was running at the back, takes the lead once again to try and risk it for a Hungarian biscuit. But Montana sliding around there at the exit as well. And Connor leads behind the safety car. But it's not going to work, I don't think, Megan, because he's on the dry tyres when it's a wet track. It's the polar opposite to this morning.
Exactly. It's not going to work when it's raining and you're not on intermediates.
This is great. Absolutely.
It seems like he's just thrown this race out of the window.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you for that very interesting point there, Jake. And shoving us to that, as the rain gets heavier out there, they may even have to pit for full wet. So actually, this might save Connor a little bit if they have to change tyres. Okay, Jake, to you, my friend. We saw the crash, the aftermath with the front wing off. The safety car came out. What happened? Talk us through it from your perspective.
I will do in just a minute, but I will say I have seen the weather forecast because I was in lobby, and it is forecast to get to full heavy rain for the rest of the race. So I don't think they're going to be on intermediates for too long in this, which could help Connor if he decides to go straight to the wets and just goes behind the safety car. In terms of what happened to me, I have literally no idea. The car just completely lost grip. I was under pressure from Montana behind. He's such a big name. And I got on a nasty bit of curb, and the car just went, and I couldn't save it, and the tyre came off, which was not ideal.
Oh, I'm so sorry. To you, Carter?
Yeah, Connor comes into the pit lane. Yeah, like you said, not easy to keep Montana behind. You would have had to do a drive like Alonso did this morning to do that. So it was on the exit of the chicane, but did you hit the curb, or you just ran a little bit wide into the grass?
Well, it's that little bit of white curb on the exit of turn 7, which you can kind of run with your outside wheels, but for some reason, I'd been using it the entire race. Maybe I just hit it at the wrong angle, but the car just completely snapped, and I'll have to go and watch the replay back to see what happened. But I would have been P3 in this race at the moment, which is really frustrating.
If you could send us that recording as well so that we can show it in our pre-race show next week, that would be appreciated. But honestly, Jake, I absolutely feel for you because you were doing fantastic up there as well. And I was really keeping my fingers crossed. I know we can't be biased, but this is the BBB channel, of course. I was keeping my fingers crossed.
Everyone else in motorsport's biased.
Good point.
It's been a great day for BBB with 2 cars out of the race.
But you can fight back stronger. It's a good track next up as well. Are you looking forward to the next race? At Silverstone, home race?
Yeah, it's not my favourite track personally, but I will hopefully put some practice in a little bit more and can maybe try and get in the top 10 and score some points for BBB because we didn't do too well last season. Hopefully we can improve that.
Well, it can only go up from here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we could come P19 and 20 next, which would be worse.
I think vision. Safety car's in this lap, so we're going to have to let you go. But Jake, just quickly, once we come to the start, who do you think is going to be in this race lead? You've seen the weather forecast; it's going to change. Who's your money on?
NSX are absolutely insane in the work we saw that in Austria last season, so I have to give it to Montana.
Excellent. And
Good.
we've got a penalty, 5-second penalty for Dennis for hitting the back of Axel Indio as we come to the restart. My thanks to Jake Marshall joining us as well. We're coming to the restart then. We're in wet conditions. It's going to get wetter. Montana takes us to the restart 2x2x2. Safety car in. It's an IndyCar start once again. They're all side by side crossing each other as we hit the accelerator. Pedal to the metal once again. Montana gets a great restart. And it's all chaos down towards turn number 1. We've got front wings flying. And here comes the drama. Everyone smashing into each other.
3 abreast goes round turn 1, and that's not good, and people drop.
McLaren.
4.
Young Tommy has had a big moment.
Very much side by side through turn 2 and 2. Gambay's up there as well. Mr. Pop getting involved. And yet, Slippery Cucumber down the order. Yellow flag. Linus gets a penalty. He's cut the corner to gain a position. Side by side, they're all slipping and sliding. The weather's getting worse out there. Carter, you've driven in the wet on this game. How long is the crossover?
It doesn't look like it's raining too bad, but the track is very, very wet, and the drivers, you can see, are just struggling to keep it on the road. Vice Shang goes through on Mika, and he picks up a 3-second time penalty as he does.
Yellow
as he goes
sector
through.
1.
That's
2.
no good.
Oh, there's yellows, and it's Lynx.
Links! Off! He's back on again. He's changing positions as Warwick's moves up into 10th place as well. All sorts of mayhem and drama. Gambay's down again in the yellow in the 3rd sector. And there he is.
Sector 3.
Spinner at the back. So that's changed positions as well.
Okay, so Montana's back into 1st position now. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so how many people do we have with penalties right now? 1, 2, 3, 5.
5 cars.
Well, I suppose it's better than last time I did this, where every single driver got one.
Every driver had a penalty last time we did in Austria. But yeah, look, we've got the rain now. Oh, Gambay and Lynx into the pit lane. I want to quickly switch down to them if I can. A lot of front work damage on Rick Gambay then, and new wing as well for Lynx. So they must have had some contact with the walls. Montana holds up the lead of this race. 1.2 seconds. Go on to you.
XL is just 2/10 behind Axel as they go through the chicane. You can't really overtake through here,
Oh, he's trying.
but
No,
in the wet you can find grip in unusual places. So if he gets a good run, he might just be able to make the move.
Battle, Lake go battle as well. 17 of 35 of this race. Still running up. It's a great run. Yellow sector 2. Gambay's out. Rick Gambay's out. Is that going to trigger us? Oh, yeah. Safety car again. I think he's made contact with Lynx. I think they've made contact.
Safety cars.
The Lynx is still going.
So let's take a look. Does Lynx have damage? No, he doesn't. So has Rick just dropped on his own?
And now the car's dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, so he's gone out of the session. So another safety car. And yeah, so they're going to punch up again on lap 18 of 35. Montana holding up. Carter, you said to me as well, let's hope we have a great one like we did earlier on. I think we've got a banger in our hands right now.
If we could actually see them battle rather than driving behind the safety car.
Yeah. It's kind of like following the leader at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the case as well, as I'm getting numerous messages as well about the weather changing on the track as well. And you can see as well, it's getting darker, the pillows are getting heavier as well. Not yet for crossover time. Let's have a look as well. Bert Mylander for driver of the day says LDY Lano 96. Arjen as well says WTF is going on. Everyone excited about the rain. Nobody excited getting everything else. As Einfeld Media as well saying it's getting worse out there. It's really changing. It's really hyping up this race. We've got another long way to go. It's only lap 18 of 35, and it is changing the complexion of this race. It's only round 1, I tell you what, we couldn't have had more of a better race to restart Season 3. Montana leads now from Axel Inio. You said, Megan, 5 drivers with penalties?
Yeah, better than last
It's,
time.
safety car in this lap. Let's predict it.
You're usually right, so.
It's a late call if it is. Although I think Montana thinks it's coming in because he's back up. No, the lights are still on. The lights would have come off by now. Although we have seen it later. No, it would be another lap behind the safety car then. On these intermediate tyres. Let's go on board and have a look. What's the track surface like? Well, you can see a lot more rain is on the cars itself. And track surface looking a little bit more slippy. The gearbox high revs as well for Montana. Would that be using more or less fuel, Carter, having it at high revs all the time?
Interesting with the fuel in this game. There's no rich mix, or, well, you can use lean under safety car, but under racing green flag conditions, you can only use standard, which is the second setting, because last year they made the rule that you can only use one engine mode throughout the race, so they took out lean and rich. So there's basically no fuel gaining or losing. Whatever you set it to at the start is essentially what you'll keep throughout the whole race. But with the rain, I have no great idea, considering we're this early in the game.
Yeah, we'll know more as the game life progresses over the next year. It's only been out 2 weeks, this game, as we've given our drivers a little bit of a pre-season to get used to the new game, get used to it. We didn't want to throw them in as the game came out on disc and in the UK and several parts of the world as well on Friday of the British Grand Prix, and we weren't going to go racing Sunday as well. So we decided to give 2 weeks for the drivers to get it installed, get all the bugs fixed out as well, give it time as well to adjust and really get used to it. Now, I've done quite a few hours, but sadly on controller, as the safety car is indeed in this lap, because I need to get a new wheel. But I don't like it on the controller, so I cannot wait to change for the wheel. Carter, every time I see him on the PlayStation app, he is on it, playing, practicing, so I defer to him in the judgment of this game. Safety car coming in. And you ready for the green?
And there's actually nobody on the wet tires, so clearly the rain. Oh, and there's another collision. And
Yep.
Linus has a 5-second penalty.
And he hit the back of Axel Inio and Axel as well, so here we go again then. Start number 4.
Montana.
Away we go. Montana doesn't take any risks like he did last time. Goes to the wet part of the track as well, which I find interesting. He's trying to get some coolant in those tyres. Nobody in a hurry to overtake as we head down towards turn number 1. And it's a calm restart compared to that a couple of minutes ago. As Connor moves ahead of Jensen, as well as Cucumber moves up as well. He's in a battle with Warx, trying to get through now as well. Linus gets ahead of Axel Inio as well, but has that penalty. Still seeing side by side Cucumber in the Haas car as Epic and Yano, the Mercedes and the Red Bull, go side by side together. Oh, what a great onboard this is up the hill. And Mika's up to wait, the head of Vaishang. And Yano with a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings.
So that's 7 now.
Add it to the list of how many as Tomo gets ahead of Jensen, and that was a big dive up the inside into the chicane. Didn't make it through this time. I think Carter was going to say he's going to interrupted him. Oh, debris flying. Epic on the... Oh, Vaishang's in trouble. Vaishang's dropping back big time. So, oh, that's not good. Has he got... What's he got wrong with him?
Yellow sector 2.
Yeah, that was with Vaishang. He
I'm
just
surprised he didn't collect anybody there. They were just a couple inches apart.
just dropped back completely. Oh, and big kick of oversteer as well. That's an unusual one. So lap 21 starts now. Montana leads. 2.4 seconds to Linus. Axel Inio up there as well, closing in. And the weather looking to be stabilising, but it could get heavier at a drop of a hat. Remember, Jake Marsh, who joined us in the box a few moments ago, said the rain is going to get heavier throughout this race and then stay heavy. So how long they're going to be on these intermediates is really the question. Let's try and look for a battle throughout this pack as well. There's one. Connor making through on the inside. On Slippery Cucumber, side by side at the exit. They're still side by side at the exit. And off the track goes Connor. Cucumber leads up the hill, but has connection issues as well. Connor trying to hold it through. Not bad. Meg's prediction still, Montana hasn't binned it. Who do you think is going to win this race?
Let's hope that it's Montana. Slippery Cucumber gets a 3-second time penalty. So is that a person again?
Well, let's take. Well, we can take a look at the penalties. Look, Linus has 10 seconds worth of penalties. Axel, Mr. Pop XL, and Dennis have 5 seconds. They can serve those in the pit lane. Yano has 3 seconds. And 2 3-second penalties, adding up to 6 seconds for Slippery Cucumber and Vai Shan.
How many people usually get penalties?
Usually a lot more than this. It's usually the entire field
So
getting
I'm
it.
not being a curse today. That's good things. Usually I'm a very big curse when it comes to this.
You said it, not me. Yellow sector 2. Oh, Vai Shan's out.
Nice. Seriously?
Safety car again.
Maybe I am a
Oh,
curse.
wow. Is this the 5th or 4th?
And then look, the safety car just joined the back of the pack. I've never seen that. Look at that. The safety car has joined the field at the back of the pack. And now the entire field has to go around another lap. Vai Shan's left. How many safety cars?
Wow.
I think you're right. This is the 4th, or is it the 4th or 5th safety car? I've lost count.
I think it's 5th.
I think it's 5th.
Though it's the 7th, like,
Yeah, me too.
going kind of thing.
I'm saying 5th. Our Twitch chats and watchers, is this the 4th or the 5th safety car? Somebody catches up. How many cars are out of the race? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It must be 5. Has to be 5. Oh, and
we had 2 virtuals, remember?
LDY Lano 96 say this is the 4th safety car we've had.
4th.
Thank you. It all goes into a blur after today. I'm just glad we haven't had a red flag. That's
So 4
all.
safety cars, 2 virtuals.
That's it. 4 safety cars, 2 virtuals. That's it. Thanks, Meg.
Next thing you know, it's going to be 2 red flags.
Oh, I don't think the red flags is installed on this game just yet. I know it is rumoured to be coming. Yeah.
Lucky thing too.
I do know that there is a rumour that the red flag might be coming into it. As in, if the track is blocked in an esport race and the ghosts are turned off, the red flag might come out in a future update. But right now, we've only had a couple of red flags, manual red flags, when we ourselves up here in BBB Esports have manually thrown the red flag. As instance, if the lobby is glitching a lot, if we have got wrong settings, if there is an issue with connection, we ourselves throw the red flag, and I manually have that button. And also, a feature we are trying to look into is for those with the PlayStation 5, we have a microphone built into the controller. So we are trying to find a way that I can talk to the race winner on the cooldown lap. This is all going to come over the next year of this game as well, and into the future. But stay with us, because it's going to be fun. And hopefully as well, I can be like Skanulkin is in Formula E, the voice of the gods, pressing the button, saying, safety cars out everyone, be careful, crash at turn 4, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. I don't know. Carter, do you use the voice chat a lot in your lobbies, or do you not like hearing the people you're racing with?
Well, yeah, I mean, usually it's on mute. I try to focus.
Megan, you?
Either that or just basically trash talk them, I would suggest. Then again, I'm a vicious person because I'm competitive.
Megan, you're in the commentary box with the F1. We have the team radio going in our ears.
Yes, it's very loud.
Yeah, we have the team radio going in our ears. Sometimes we have the pit reporters, anybody over the call, ourselves as well in the mid points. That's a lot of information going through our heads. The drivers here have their managers as well talking to them, their fellow driver out there.
You have to have a lot of concentration.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you. How much of the concentration factor does it transfer across from commentary role to driver role?
A lot. Both need incredibly high amounts of concentration, since you need to keep an eye on everything on the track, and also you need to make sure that you hear everything and you know what's going on.
Carter, what about you? The transition from commentator and driver, Any similarities between the two jobs?
I think definitely, in a sense, it gives you a better understanding for what's going on, and it really puts you in the driver's perspective, and you understand their thought process a lot more, which is definitely cool. But maybe I'm not commentator worthy. I can't find my words right now.
It's been a
Trust
long
me.
day.
Trust me, we all have those days.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the W Series the other day, I couldn't remember what I used to say for when the race started.
Yeah, everyone has bad days as well. Although I think we're doing fantastically well, not to toot our own horn or anything. But NSX Mads saying, one of the safety car settings, it's coming out way too often. Believe it or not, I set the safety car settings myself to reduced. And it's still coming out. So it's not us. We set it as fairly as we can. The safety car settings were set to reduced, and it's still coming out. It's because of the rain.
Well,
it's because there's so big accidents.
You know the reduce doesn't really work. I mean, you've seen what it's like when you put the crash settings when we play to reduced.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to ram into you.
And you're still going to damage my front wing.
Yep.
Or the wheel, as we remember trying to, was it 6 takes? 6 takes one of the challenge series took. The safety car is in this lap as well, so we're
Why
going
do
to
you
go
keep
racing.
redoing it? Since I made him go out so many times before the race ended.
Yeah, lap 1, the start, just bang into the side. Okay, 4th safety car coming in. This is our 7th start of this race. 2 virtual safety cars, 1 lights out, 4 safety car restarts. Add that up to 7 starts. Safety car in.
Tana's really backing them up.
Linus doesn't want a penalty. He hit the back of Axel Linnea last time. Right, here we go again then. This time they are backed up, as you say. It's not like the second start. They're very much going 2 by 2 across the line. So much so, they're liking the grid hatchings. Green flag, away we go. And it's side by side as Axel looks to the inside of the 2 Ferraris. Axelinho trying to push him as well, and they make contact. It's an AlphaTauri and a Ferrari sandwich into turn 1. Linus goes to second, Axelinho to third.
Yellow,
We've got a yellow.
sector 1.
What's happened further back? Can't see any drama.
They're
Martin
moving
is
now.
black box.
Black box down, Axelinho moves over to third place. Oh, Axel dropping. He got forced out by Axelinho. Mr. Pog gets a 3-second penalty. Axel dropping down the order as well. As it's all mayhem further back. 15 cars left in this race. Oh, how like it today it has been so far. And it's still side by side as Connor mites his way through. Looking to the inside of Axel.
Tell you what, the IFR aren't having a very good day, are they?
No, out and down as Axel looks on the outside. Connor in a sandwich. Connor gets contact as well as Epic's in there as well. 4 cars side by side. Epic holding through. Axel's on the back as well. Yano has got a perfect view of this little fight. Epic trying to find a way through an Axel. Not working until now. Poor exit. And throw it on the inside. Nicely done. And this is bad news for Axel. Look, he's in a battle again. Axel in a battle now with Lynx. Lynx in the Alpine, trying to go around the outside, forced off the track. As Axel pits. Had to. He must have some front wing damage that's causing the problems. As the rain looks to be getting heavier. That AlphaTauri looking like a space at the moment.
Oh my god, that's what it looks
Maybe
like.
he's putting on the wets.
Hopefully.
Would you risk it, Carter? Would you risk it?
I think it has to be
Oh, what's happened?
very wet.
5-second
Oh,
penalty.
he's serving a penalty.
Yeah, I was wondering why it was so slow. Wing change.
Yeah, and he's gone for the inters.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping for 4 wets.
I would have taken that risk personally because that looks wet.
2 Astons are swapped positions as well. Black box ahead of Jensen. As we look further up the stream if we can. We need logos a bit close together. Oh, that's a great angle. As the car's coming towards us.
Oh, that's actually kind of frightening.
Yeah.
Like it's just like coming out of screen.
Yano holding back off us again. He's got War X. Epic just in front of him. Look behind. Lynx, Cucumber, Young Tommy WJ12. Yellow third sector. And out goes Linus! Linus in the wall! With his front wheel off! And surely that'll trigger the safety car once again.
How has he gone into the wall facing left? He must have dropped it under braking and locked those rear axles, but that's very unusual.
Didn't trigger a safety car. That, not even a virtual
It's
safety
also
car.
unusual in this nowadays.
Yeah, and that was a bigger hit than what we had with Malik, of course, the last one, and Vaishang as well. Mika's past Connor. Side by side, look at the top of your screens. They're still happening. Connor around the outside, trying into turn 2. Whoa, nearly side by side. Mika keeps him ahead. But up the hill, can Connor have the advantage? No. Simple answer.
Oh, I've just cracked my neck.
You're right.
Yeah, which is good because I've been waking up with neck pain for like a week now.
What a race. The rain has stopped. Megan's cracked her neck as well. And Carter is watching on with great interest to see when this is going to happen as Mr. Popple drops a little bit of positions. Dennis trying to go through at the Mickey Mouse section at 9, 10, 11 sections as well. Always gives me a headache. This, but oh, Dennis, big oversteer moment. And that's going to leave him vulnerable to Mika. Oh,
Don't bump like Bottas did, please.
I would have sent it up the inside, wouldn't you?
Yes, though just please don't do a Bottas.
It's looking very slippery out there. Rain looks to be getting heavier as well. Puddles now starting to form at the exit of the track. When's that crossover going to be? A lot of puddles. When's that crossover for full wet tyres? Who's going to risk it for full wet tyres?
I would.
NSX Mads says you can smash into the wall at 300 kilometers an hour, no safety car, but there's some front wing on the track. It's coming out. Absolutely. And look at that. Oh, yellow first sector. Epic. Epic down. Is he on the track? What's happened to him? He's had a spin in the exit of turn 1. McLaren having a worse time. The Mercedes are having a worse time of it today. And Parabolica Esports says no one will do a Bottas and Stroll, don't worry. All of these are better than Bottas and Stroll. To you, Carter.
I was just gonna say something a little bit off topic. With that disqualification from Vettel, Nicholas Latifi, P6.
Oh, more points to him.
Yay!
The one, but for George Russell, I mean, come on, he scores points.
Yeah.
And then the one time he scores points, he's outscored by Latifi.
And probably will get a penalty as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick in the teeth, just like, I've out-qualified him all the time. Well, sorry, he scored more points than you. Just like, why is he first driving now?
I can tell you that just news have broken that Aston Martin intend to appeal this decision. So Aston are appealing this decision. So they want Vettel's podium back. So this Grand Prix of Hungary from the Formula 1 race earlier, we won't know for several weeks the official results. Just to let you know, so that has a major hangover in the championship as well. Does Hamilton finish second with 18 points or third with 15? It's crucial as Mika's under pressure from Connor, who dive bombs at the inside of turn 1 as well, down at turn 2, sorry. Connor trying to go through on the outside, tries to get the switch back. Up the hill we go again. Brilliant move from the outside of Connor. Mika caught dropping now. Oh, close to contact. How did they not touch? Top of the hill, and Connor goes through.
To answer the question.
Oh,
on
that
the
was
chat,
spectacular.
Megan.
it just said Williams P7 and not P8, and P8 not P6 if I'm correct. There's been like an appeal thing with the taking away of Vettel's points since he was nearly out of fuel, so that makes Latifi go into P6. So
Yeah, he changes over as Mr. Popper X gets another 3-second time penalty. Great move though, Carter, from NSX Connor there. He's fought his way back up this field. He's done a Lewis Hamilton today.
Definitely. He's in 5th place. He's having a great race.
Montana leads 6 seconds now, nearly 7. Closing up ahead of Axelinho. Mr. Popple's closing up on that order as well. I want to change over. I mean, a quick scan. Altus further back as well closing, but let's take a look at Mr. Popple, who's closing up with Axelinho.
I'm confused now by this
Megan.
Latifi.
Are you confused over the Latifi thing? Yeah.
What position was he?
Let me just take a look, and I will ask that as well. As Montana leads, as Mr. Pop XL tries to go through. Latifi was 8th, so he'll go to 7th of this race. So yeah, so it'll put Latifi 7th, not 6th.
Yeah, so you were right.
As Linus has now disconnected from the session as well. That's even worse. Listen to how little they're tapping the throttle in these wet conditions.
Yano has made the move on his teammate. Sorry, Yano has gone through on his teammate. I'm not sure if that was the team call or they scrapped it out on track.
Looks like a team
Just a swap
move.
between those two.
Looks like a team move. There's no contact between the two, and Mika's now defending from Link. So that was, with a gap between them, I say that was a team move. Parabolic Esports has said it's Ocon, Hamilton, Sainz, Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Latifi, Russell, Verstappen, Raikkonen.
Hey, Raikkonen gets another point.
Raikkonen gets 2 points now to his name in Formula 1 in 2021. Thanks to Parabolic Esports as well for that one, for the new results. And reminder, 11 o'clock, as out goes War! Epic is out. Epic's out. Top of the hill. That is at turn 5 exit. So is that going to cause a safety car?
He's going down the inside in turn 1. He's made the move on Mika. Now he's defending down towards turn 2.
Got it with him now. Link's now on the back of Cucumber as well.
Montana's just going to pass.
Now where's this contact in the yellow? Here it is. We're looking. It's gone green now, so we don't even get to see it. It looked like there was wing damage at the exit there, so probably hit the wall. Not great news at all. Look at the shininess of the cars. You happy with... Oh, no, running over there from Cucumber.
Let's get some type of rain today.
Well, we had rain in Formula 1 as well. The first...
I know, 5 minutes worth.
Yes, that's only because the red flag came out. If the red flag didn't come out, we would have had that 25 minutes of rain that was on about. That happened from lap 1. It should have gone to lap 17. But the red flag came out, so the rain went away when the race restarted.
Yeah, I promised thunderstorms and everything.
We had them. We just missed it because of the red flag.
Yeah, but I didn't hear any thunder.
We had our headphones on with not the world feed on, so go back and have a look.
It doesn't matter.
Well, look, I'd just be happy that you saw a one-car start in Formula 1 with a 5 red line. Everyone else was in the pit lane.
I like rain.
Side by side further back as well. We're looking at Cucumber as Mr. Popov closing up. Carter, it seems to have gone into a normal race. They're all sort of drifting between each other at the moment and just trying to get to the lap 35 and end this race.
And the two Aston Martin teammates are actually having a scrap. Jensen went through on the inside into turn 1, and I don't think it's over just yet.
No, Jensen having to defend at the exit there. Black Box trying to get another run up the hill towards turn 4. Heavy rain now on the circuit. Surprised they've kept the intermediates running for so long. But we're on board with the Aston Martin now of Jensen. Oh, snapping the oversteer as well. So 7 lap old tyres. And Axel goes over to the wet tyre. The full wet tyre now. Very interesting in the late stage of this race. He thinks the rain's getting heavier and it might get heavy for everybody else not to go through. So Montana, Axel Inio could pit for full wet. Let's watch this lap time actually and see if it's going to... Oh, he's locking up a lot. Carter, what do you think? Right call or wrong call? Or just nothing to lose for Axel?
What position was he in when he pitted?
He was last overall, yeah. He was in P13.
So, I think that's generally going to have no effect at all on the race. He can't get the fastest lap because it was dry at the start. But, yeah, at least he's sticking with it. He's not giving up just yet.
May as well. He will be lapped soon anyway because he pitted. So, attention turns to Montana, who's dominating this one.
Seems to have better grip than the rest of them, so I guess that's something.
He can dance this Alfa Romeo around everywhere, can't he? A lot of hitting the tapping of the throttle, Carter, in the wet conditions. Does that help them just not put full throttle down and lose the rear? Is that a factor of this game? You've literally got to keep light on the throttle?
Well, I think with how understeery the cars are in the wet, you kind of have to use the throttle. to punch out the back end to help rotate the car. So you're almost turning with the throttle.
Seems to be a very tricky situation to try and hold them between the two. As let's have a look as Slippery Cucumber's closing up on Mika as well. Gap half a second between them as they approach turn 12 as well. Vincent says the tapping on the throttle is a sound glitch. It could be, yeah, I presume it could be. If that's a new one, we haven't found it yet, with it being the first one. We've covered enough on 2021, so thanks for that, Vincent. Just tapping through, Mika sliding at the race. Although it doesn't happen there, does it?
I'm kind of just waiting for someone to lose their grip and slide.
Into the wall.
More like into a pit lane entrance bit. I just think it would be really funny.
What, for them to have to go down the pit lane?
No, for them to crash into a wall separating the track and the pit lane at the very start of it.
And, yeah,
I think the most likely opportunity for a battle within the last 2 laps here will be Mr. Pop XL trying to get through on Axel. Wow, I've just noticed that NSX Montana has 9-second, nearly 10-second gap to the next car.
Unbelievable. What an unbelievable run he's done. He's checked out once again. Montana going for a championship defense.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt. In a Twitch chat, we've just been raided by Casual Gamer Guy with 25 people.
Welcome to the 25 people joining us. And off the track. Oh, Dennis off the track in the wall. As Connor takes 4th. And they're still side by side. Yano goes out. Dennis dropping like a sinking stone in the AlphaTauri.
And yet that doesn't get a yellow.
Not even a yellow, not even anything.
That was a literal crash into the wall. I saw debris come off that, though someone goes slightly off the track, and then it's, yellow, sector 2.
Well, Casual Gamer Guy and the 25 wonderful people have joined us. You've chosen the right time as Dennis got thrown into the wall, so Connor loses the back of that one. As Carter said, the battle in the last lap between Mr. Pop XL and Montana. They're side by side almost, coming down towards turn 2. Carter is in make or break because Popple does have penalties.
He does have a penalty, but I do think he'll want to get it done on track. He's 3 seconds ahead of Connor, so... Oh, he has 11 seconds in time penalties. Wow.
And out goes Dennis. Dennis is out now.
About time.
So we're down to 12 runners.
About time.
Unbelievable. 12 runners left in this race as the rain comes down. Hungary is usually a boring race. I don't know. Popple nearly flows in the wall. It's treacherous out there now. Very, very treacherous. But NSX Montana coming through into turn number 13, taking a wide line. Then at turn 14, the champion of Season 2 starts Season 3 of a whole new console generation. Still, as the king of the game, Montana wins the Hungarian Grand Prix by 10 seconds in the pouring rain. Axel Inio will take second across the line. Mr. Popple gets another 5 seconds. So it's NSX Connor who goes up into third. Mika is 4th across the line as well. Yano 5th. Lynx 6th. Tomo 7th. Mr. Pop XL goes to 8th. Jensen 9th. Black Box 10th and rounding out the points. Cucumber 11th. And Axel will take 12th. But it's Montana who is victorious again. Rain or shine, all is Montana's. Carter, your opinion on that race?
Lots of action, lots of safety cars, to say the least. Jensen coming just short of P8. There's a bit of a timing glitch.
Yeah, Mr. Pop XL now goes to 11th. He loses out on that result as well. I like to watch.
But yeah.
I like to watch. Trophy earned. I've got to turn those off, but gold star for everyone you like to watch. Welcome to F1 2021. Carter, to you.
Yeah, I think that race definitely provided some action. And if that's the first race of the season, we definitely have a lot to look forward to. And there's NSX Montana on the podium, winning by 10 seconds, doing what he does best. And things.
Just
Yeah,
winding out.
What a race.
Carter, my thanks to you for your company today. Who's your driver of the day?
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Connor. 14th, that is. Wait, Axel started last and he finished P2.
Yeah. Megan, who's your driver of the day? Oh, sorry. Go on, Carter.
I think my driver of the day definitely has to go to Axel. 20th to 2nd. That's brilliant.
So it's Montana, the race winner from Axel Lineo to Connor. And then we get Mika, Yano, Lynx, Young Tommy, Jensen, Black Box, and Cucumber the top 10. Mr. Pop XL in 11th, Axel 12th, Dennis is 13th, the last of the runners. And out of the race as well, we saw Epic, Linus, Vaishang, Rick Gambe, Malik, Jake Marsh, and Vision. Megan, your driver of the day too.
Montana, because he managed to climb back up there.
Absolutely fantastic indeed. What a race from Hungary. And we come back up to the commentary box camera. Carter joining us via audio at the moment. We'll get all that fixed going into next weekend's race as well. That'll happen at Silverstone. Carter, you looking forward to Silverstone next weekend? It should be a good race. Compared to what we've seen today, it certainly has been eventful so far.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost you there for 3 seconds. I didn't hear that last thing you said there.
No worries, I'll repeat. I said coming into next weekend's race at Silverstone, it should be quite exciting for the championship battle.
Definitely. And if last season's Silverstone race is anything to base it off of, then we're gonna have a good race. Of course, it's a long season, long calendar, and the championship isn't won in the first 2 races, so I wouldn't expect the NSX drivers to be taking too many risks. They have the pace, they're in a good situation already, and they'll definitely be looking for back-to-back titles. I do want to apologize for today not having my game set up or my camera. It will be set up next week. But yeah, not an ideal situation, but it will be better next time.
No worries, Carter. Absolutely enjoyed having you. Thanks for your company, Carter. We'll see you next week. Megan, to you. You're giving me wide eyes now at the moment. Great race. Does that live up to the Formula 1 we saw earlier on?
I think it does, maybe even slightly surpassing it with the amount of different flags waved.
In safety cars, virtual safety cars. What was it, 5 safety cars in total?
I think that definitely would have had a red at some point.
Yeah, that would have had a red at some point as well. Going on as well, let's take a look at the chat as well. Arjun says, what happens with Pop X? So many penalties. Yeah, he got...
Ignoring the yellow.
Ignoring the yellow, got 20 seconds as well down the order. CLR's son as well, nice job to NLRC, and thanks for the commentary. Great commentary from everyone as well. We appreciate all of that as well. Don't forget to, if you're watching on YouTube, to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram as well, BBB Esports, and go on to Twitch as well. The link is in the Discord as well. Let's take a quick look at the calendar and where we're going next. Megan, you have to screech in a bit more because we're going to go mini cameras. It's the British Grand Prix next up, next weekend on the 8th of August. Drop further back, it'll be Spain on the 15th, Austria on the 22nd, and then the Belgium Grand Prix on the 29th. The week later, on the 5th of September, we'll be in Holland at the Netherlands circuit in Zandvoort. Then we'll be over to Italy on the 12th, Brazil on the 19th, and Russia on the 26th. Then in October, we will be in Singapore, Japan, and the season concludes in the United States as well. It's going to be a great challenge, great season. Megan, a great challenge we've seen so far as well, certainly from... Montana, last year's champion, winner here, new console, new generation, new racing dynamics. Is he unstoppable? Or who can we find, is someone going to get a chink in his armour?
I think that no one's completely unstoppable, and there might be a rivalry sometime soon. I mean, it's always fun to have a rivalry, and It's like racing.
Absolutely. Well, my thanks to Carter Lundy for joining me in the commentary box. My thanks to Megan Birch as well. And my thanks to all of you at home for watching. That's it. Season 3 is underway for the Champion Series. Race 1 is ticked off. And boy, was it a classic. I'm going to go rewatch it. My thanks to you all. It's good night from Hungary.